Okay, I'm back. I decided I had such good luck with the first mold I would try the little foot. Whoops. The little foot mold. And it's got like little toe imprints. Really cute. And again, I can paint this. I'm going to make it green because, you know, neutral baby. I guess green. I don't want to make yellow because I just made some yellow. So I'm going to make it green, like a soft green, hopefully. So I'm going to mix it with you this time, I guess. And if anybody has any questions about bath bomb making or bubble scoops or icing or any of that, if you've been trying to make it or you've been wanting to try, let me know. I can, you know, like make things, you know, make some things, if anyone requests a more detailed video on making something specific. But I think I'm giving you a lot of details here. I'm not giving you the recipe, but I could give you a recipe or a link to a recipe. And like I said, you just play around to get the right consistency. So I've got my dry ingredients in here. Just mix those up a little bit. And that's baking soda, citric acid, kaolin clay, SLSA. And then I've got my liquids, my sweet almond oil I used in this one. Sometimes I use like jojoba oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter. I usually like a lighter oil, like not one that I have to melt, like coconut or cocoa butter. Plus those take a little bit, the oils take away a little bit of the bubbles and fizz. Anyway, so this is almond oil, polysorbate AV, and fragrance oil. And I'm using Awaken. I don't know. I was trying to figure out something that matched with the theme. And it's a baby foot, so as you guessed, probably, and I will do some recommendations for it. It would be for surprise pregnancy, or I'm going to do surprise pregnancy. I guess it could count for secret pregnancy, same thing. Not really, I mean, they're different. And I, for one, don't mind that trope. Some people hate it. I like it. I know some people that do like it. So that's my plan with this one, is to do surprise pregnancy book trope. And I have, like I said, I have some good recommendations I'll put together and post and link in the video here for you. And I'll be taking pictures when I get everything, like products finished, like things that need to be iced or things that need to be painted. I'll take some more pictures and also take pictures, package or video maybe even of me packaging some things and show you some pictures of how I'm planning on packaging everything. Well, not everything. I don't have my mind set on every single packaging, and I might change it as things, you know, go on depending on how it works. But I have lots of different packaging options available. I just need to decide. And really, it's hard to figure out packaging until you make your product, because you don't really know what, you know, like the shape bath bombs are all different sizes. So I can't just pick one size package or box or bag or whatever. And this is packaging for, you know, like cellophane, like the packaging individually, and then also packaging for shipping. I want it to look nice, and I want it to be nice and safe and secure and not break or get messed up in the mail. So I'm trying to consider all my options on packaging. Same with the packaging these individuals. Shrink wrap is just the safest. It keeps everything together, especially like with the frosted stuff. The frosting can be can get crumbly and break a little bit more easily than bath bombs and other stuff. So you gotta make sure you package it well, and in the right kind of containers. And I have, like I said, I have lots of options that I have already, that I already have, and then I have options that I've been looking at. So when I know how something's gonna be packaged for sure, I will show you. And like I said, until I get some things made, more things made, I don't want to make a decision on packaging because there's just so many different sizes. And I don't want to have like so many different sizes of everything. I'm trying to see what I can do that's a little bit universal. I know you just don't care. These are things I'm thinking about that don't matter. I mean, they do matter. I mean, you want it to look like a nice product, and you know, you don't want it to be in in cheap packaging that's doesn't display it nicely, doesn't, represent what's inside. So I keep adding a little binder until this is the right texture, and it's pretty much there. And then we'll add the color. And again, since I'm just testing these molds and I haven't used them before, I don't want to play around with multiple colors or embeds or anything, because if they won't work, if they don't work correctly, then the colors end up getting mixed and whatever. So until I know a bath bomb mold, I've used it before and I know how it works, how to take it apart, and where it comes out nicely. I like to stick to just a solid color. But the nice thing is that with these, you can paint them. So I usually mix 99% alcohol, which you could use 91. I have some 99 that I found like during COVID or something, but it's a little bit harder to find now, I think. 91% alcohol, and then mix it with your mica, and then you paint with a paintbrush, and just kind of a little bit of a liquidy consistency. So I'm going to use dyes and lakes in these so that you get a nice color. And the lakes don't fade like the dyes do. So I'm putting the dyes more so that you get a nice vibrant color, which you get color with lakes, you just don't get as much. And then with the dyes, you're going to get like a little goes a long way. And then I gotta use some blue. So yellow and blue make green. We all should know by now, right? I don't know how much of each thing I need. So I'll do a little bit of dye, and the rest I'll just do lakes to get the right color. Hopefully this is all I need, but I might need more yellow. This blue might be like really overpowering. Let's see. And like I said, you can pre-mix the lakes, and I think probably the dyes too, while they're dry, to make custom colors. And some websites sell custom colors where they pre-mix the lakes into different like aqua and magenta And I have some of those too, pre-mixed ones. But I usually end up just mixing my own colors with the basic primary ones that I have. Occasionally, if I know I'm gonna go for like a nice turquoise or whatever, I have a couple different options where someone I think it's, I don't know what website, if it's Nurture Soaps or I don't know what, Mad Micah's maybe. One of the websites that you can buy your colorants in, the FDNC batch certified colorants, they have lakes that are pre-mixed into different shades. Like I have, and then I've done it myself too. I've made like a coral color, and like I put them in these little containers so that way next time I want that same shade, I can get it. So this is a nice green. I'm going to make it a little darker. Put a little more blue lake. Do a little bit more yellow too, just because we don't want it to be too blue. And it looks like I need to get more yellow lakes. All right. Let's check this color out. And as you're mixing the color in, sometimes mix gets dry. So make sure once you get it all mixed, the color mixed together really well, you check again to make sure that it's holding together and feels right for you, for the mold, because it takes time to mix the color in and it can get dry during that time. All right, I think this is a good color. It's pretty. It's a nice green. It's almost lime green. I don't know. It's a pretty green, but I think this is a good consistency. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't want to jinx myself. And do I even dare doing the dragon's egg today? I don't know. I don't think I want to do that to myself. That's going to be pure frustration, I think, with all the little scales. So here's our foot mold. And here's our green mix. And I'm just going to put, and like I said, right now I'm not going to put any embeds or do multiple colors or swirls or anything, just because I want to get used to these molds, make sure I can use them nicely first before because otherwise you have to, if it falls apart and you have to dump it back, if you've got multiple colors, well, the colors are all getting mixed. And then also if you have embeds, all the embeds are going to fall in. So, and then again, you bring it over here onto like a paper plate or wax paper, and you press, give it a nice press all around. And then take our spoon, just gonna hit around the outside to loosen up this plunger piece. Snap this side a little bit. But since we take this back piece off first, so this is the part we want to tap, make sure it's not sticking, and you can kind of tell by how it sounds that it's not stuck. And there's the bottom. I'm going to slide her down a little bit, flop it down onto the tray, and slide my plunger up. And then you see, we're going to tap this piece on the top to loosen the suction. You can see this. So this is the top piece that has all the detail. So you want to be very careful when removing it. If it doesn't come right off as you're pulling like the plunger up, be careful, just tap it on the sides a little, the back. And if it doesn't, if you start to pull it and it's not giving at all, don't force it, because it will just break your whole design apart. This is really not. Sometimes the first. There we go. Perfect. Nothing stuck. There's our little foot. So, looks like this is another winner. I think, I hope. Maybe beginner's luck. I don't know. So let's keep filling it up. And I guess this could be St. Patrick's Day-ish. A green foot. I don't know. But to me, it's going to be surprise pregnancy and scent awaken, because I'm sure not much is going to awaken you like a surprise pregnancy. All right. Just pressing it down on the counter. And if your mix is good, you shouldn't have to, you know, really kill yourself to do this. And just tap the sides again. Tap the side a little bit. Maybe get that loosened up before we take anything off. And then we'll do the back. And I can tell, I think, by the sound that this is going to come off easily. And it did. And we're going to try to push the plunger up a little before I put it down. Okay. And then put it down on the tray. We'll plunger up the rest of the way. All right, the top is not coming up again, so we'll have to tap this guy. There we go. It didn't take much. And that one came out really nice too. Sometimes you have a little flaky edges. You can just brush them off with a paintbrush when it dries. So I'll make the rest of these. So I won't bore. Well, I'll make one more to show you. So again, we're gonna put, it's 3 pieces. Top, bottom, slider. Put the bottom piece that fit, it's got the edge, fits right just perfectly on the middle piece, and then loosely layer it in there. Because again, like I said, we want these to float, so we don't want to pack it super tight in there. The looser you pack it, the more likely it is to float. I mean, there's definitely times it just won't float, but that's what we like. It's still beautiful. It still gives you the nice water and everything else, but in the foam. Press it down. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. And you want to be gentle because these molds do break, as you saw my peach. So, I mean, I don't know if I was tapping too hard or what, but I don't think I was. I'm bummed that my peach mold is broken. So, just tapping each side and ending with the back, because this is what we're going to start with. And you can kind of tell again by the sound when it's loose. And we're going to start to slide the plunger. We're going to flop her down. Pull the rest of the way up. And then, let's see. Oh, that came right up. They're so cute. These, I think, were made to be for pedicure. And I may do those at some point. Put some different things in them in the mixture. That would be good for pedicure. Maybe some Epsom salts and some cocoa butter, shea butter, that sort of stuff. Coconut oil, and make some pedi bombs. But for now, we're just gonna do surprise pregnancy baby feet. I need puppy feet. That's what I need. I don't think they have any puppy or dog. I don't even know if they have dog mold. I'm not sure. Other companies sell 3D molds. I get mine all through Cata molds, and I'll link it for you. And I have, like I said, probably 25-ish now, probably molds of theirs. And I've had good luck with pretty much all of them. With, making the bath bomb, care of them break, I haven't had any other ones break before, just the peach. So they're really good. But on Etsy, I know there's 3D molds. And I might look to see if there's anything there that's like I have to have. But I pretty much just stick with Cata because I know they're good quality and they work really well. And if you get, I don't know, if I get one on Etsy, I have to check the reviews and make sure it'll work for me. But I think there's some molds that I want that are by other small businesses, but I have lots of molds. Okay, and then this top piece needs to be tapped a bit. Okay, all right, I'm gonna turn this off. I'll finish these and then I'll show you when they're all done.